One, fight!
ヨガファイヤ
剣百裂脚
ーヨガテレポヨガするドリルキック
百裂脚百裂脚ぐるぐるぐるぐるぐる
You win!
やったー
What's up everybody and welcome to another edition of AGR'S Pop Culture Reviews. And many of you, like me, spent countless hours in the arcade. And there's one thing that kind of linked us. Whenever we were getting our asses handed to us in Street Fighter, we would turn to the go-to girl. And it was Chun-Li because she was nimble, she was fast as hell, and she was a badass with that freaking Chun-Li kick. And to be completely honest, the first time that I ever finished a Street Fighter game, meaning that I fought all of the characters, I had to resort to Chun-Li because she was the only one that was fast enough to take on General Bison. Now, I'm really excited about this one because you guys know that I love the Bishoujo statues, and finally I get to review another one, and definitely one of my favorite characters in the Street Fighter games. Now, ironically enough, and this is gonna sound really weird, but Chun-Li's form, her figure, the way that she was drawn, was actually very Bishoujo-esque before Bishoujo was a thing in terms of the Kotobukiya line, which is kind of cool when you think about it. So today we're going to be reviewing Street Fighter's Kotobukiya Bishoujo statue of Chun-Li, the battle costume version. Let's take a closer look. Now, technically this is Kotobukiya's second iteration of the Chun-Li figure, which if you recall, the first Kotobukiya statue was more in the traditional kind of costume. The one that many of us really remember is her costume from Street Fighter 2, which, I mean, you can't argue with the fact that that game was incredibly popular, and for many of us, it was the first time we were exposed to the Street Fighter series. And that's why it's very exciting to be able to own the second version, and let me tell you something guys, Kotobukiya has never disappointed me ever, and this is absolutely stunning guys. This is a beautiful head sculpt, just take a look at this, anime accurate, right down to every detail, especially the hair. The eyes are always incredible, the countenance in the face, there is amazing paint job here, no QC problems at all, and I especially love the details in her hair, especially where they're kind of twirled up in a braid right by her side. You know what, I don't know if it's because I haven't reviewed a Kotobukiya statue in a while, but I feel like I'm going from standard definition to high definition. This is exquisite. Now the midsection of this figure is equally impressive, and one of the things I really like about it is definitely the color palette. That black offset against the gold, especially the red that she has right in front of her, the tassel that she has, just looks fantastic guys. It really gives it a sense of 3-dimension. Again, they did kind of a gold flake on here, so it really makes that black stand out, not to mention the skin tones are done perfectly. Guys, there is so much detail here. I really have to commend Kotobukiya. They do some incredible work, guys, and it has a lot of presence. Now come on guys, one of the things that makes Chun-Li such a signature character is definitely her gigantic, massive muscular legs. And they did an amazing job here. The musculature looks fantastic. Look at those quad muscles, especially the shading really emphasizing that muscular kind of stance. This looks exquisite guys. The shading was done well, and it only is complemented by the way that she's standing. This is great guys, not to mention the sculpt overall. If you take a look at her sash, it goes all the way down to about her quad muscle, and it looks great guys. Now one of the other things that's kind of a signature for Kotobukiya statues is in their overall engineering. Now if you look at this, it makes me a little nervous that this is only hitched by one leg to the actual base, but it's actually very sturdy. There's a lot of detail in that foot by the way, and her feet in general. Her shoes look fantastic, they're painted in white, and the gold trim really makes it pop out. And I have to tell you guys, this is an amazing design that they did and truly remarkable. Now, I know that I kind of glazed over the overall head sculpt, but there's a reason that I did that. Mostly because this head sculpt is so exquisite. And I have to remark about the reverse side, basically the back of her hair. And normally she has those little buns on, but here they really let it loose. And just take a look at that sculpt, guys. It is flowing all over that place, giving this statue a real sense of diamondism. I mean, it looks awesome. Even the shadows that it creates looks fantastic against the rest of the statue. This is done very well, and here's the thing guys, this absolutely begs you to have a mirrored back. Not to mention, look at those calf muscles. I mean, they are incredible guys. That is truly amazing, and one of the reasons that you have to reflect this, it's an absolute must guys. And here we go again, in terms of the base, simplicity of design is always the way to go. It's a very simple one, round base, very little footprint. Now it's a little bit more purple than I wanted it to be, I'm not sure if it's just the camera or the lighting. It doesn't look as purple in real life, but it is like a blue tint to it, but it doesn't look that bad. Overall, it complements the statue, but I would have liked to see a little bit more clear of a base. I think it would have looked a little bit better. But nevertheless, it still looks great, guys, so don't worry about it being too purple. And finally, just like with all Kotobukiya statues, we get this really nice lithograph image, and it's something that you actually see very close to the box art that you can put inside of the base if you want to. The really cool thing about this little lithograph is that if you have a plaque or something, you can use it as an additional display piece and it'll look really nice with the statue. Now, Kotobukiya statues are kind of an oddity in the collecting world. Some of them can go for about 30 or 40 bucks when they're not that popular, and some of them can go for some astronomical prices, even up into the thousands. I anticipate that this one is going to be going for a lot of money very soon, so I can instantly categorize it as a holy grail piece. Guys, now is the time to jump on this, especially if you're a Chun-Li fan and an overall Street Fighter fan. This is absolutely beautiful, guys. Now, before I go, I just really want to thank the folks over at Big Bad Toy Store for sending this wonderful piece over for review, and if you're interested in this and other collectibles, please visit www.bigbadtoystore.com. Alright everybody, so that's my official review of Street Fighter's Kotobukiya Bishoujo statue of Chun-Li battle costume version. As always, I thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next AGR's Pop Culture Reviews.